AITA for giving my late husband's estate to a stranger instead of our kids? I, F55, had been married to my husband, M60, for 20 years before he died. It was cancer. He had 2 kids from a past marriage who were in their early teens when he married me. I had a 7-year-old from an earlier relationship as well. We didn't have any more kids. I tried to treat my stepchildren as my own, but they never accepted me. They were very rude and insulted me whenever they could. Since I did not work, they called me a gold digger who married their dad only for his money. The truth was my grandparents were quite wealthy and left me a lot of money when they died. I lived well below my means and chose to stay home and raise my daughter. Since I could afford that, I did not need his money at all. But I didn't bother sharing this with his kids and told him not to either. I did not want them to like me just because they might gain monetarily from me. My husband, on the other hand, hated how they behaved with me. Their blatant disrespect made him not pay for their college tuition. Their mom couldn't pay for it and they had to take loans for it. They didn't even talk to him. Even when he got cancer, they refused to come see him. For 3 years we struggled with the treatment. My daughter came to visit from time to time, when she could. During this time, the only person who really helped both of us was someone we were not related to at all. This girl in her late 20s waitressed at a cafe we frequented. She was a single mom, taking classes at community college at night, working during day and raising her 2 kids. She took a liking to us, and when she learned my husband was sick, spend whatever time she could visiting him. She has stayed nights at the hospital when I needed a break and basically been the daughter we wished for. When he died, she helped me arrange the funeral. His kids came on the day and all they wanted to know was about their inheritance. I felt sick when I learned my husband has left his estate to me, whatever is left after settling his bills, and it was around $25,000. I decided to give it to the girl who helped us both so much. She tried to refuse, but I insisted she take it. She needed it and, in my opinion, deserved it more than the ungrateful children. My daughter understands why I did not give it to his children, but is upset I did not give anything to her either. I told her she already had money and a job. Not to mention she will get my inheritance. This was in no way her money. But his ex-wife and kids are causing havoc over this and really upset with me. They are calling me off for giving away money they deserve. AITA? They don't deserve the money. They want the money. There is a difference. I just went no contact with my parents. Literally 23 days ago. I know the odds are they will cut me out of their will. I'm 100% okay with it. Being free of their toxicity is 100% worth giving up what money they may give me. In all honesty, I don't know how I will feel if they do leave me money in their will. Do I even want to accept it? I honestly don't know. Taking the money won't fix the damage they caused. His adult children made choices in life. But now that he's gone, now that all of it is said and done, now that they are demanding money, I would look at them and say, aren't you quite the gold diggers? You know your dad never funded things for me. I was wealthy on my own. That's why I didn't work. I didn't need the money. NTA. First of all, an estate of $25K is very small. It's not the size of an estate that people even normally ask about or fight over. It's surprising to me that your child and your stepchildren were expecting some windfall when your husband's total net worth was $25K. Were they under the impression that your husband had money? If your husband wanted his kids or your kids to have his estate, he would have left it to them. But he wanted you to have it. And you were well within your right and the moral high ground to gift it to someone who made an influence in your life and for whom it may be a life-changing gift. NTA. $25,000 might make all the difference to a single mom working a waitressing job. but it's not going to change the life of already well-off kids. Particularly split all those ways. Well, the bottom line is that he wrote the will. They can be angry with him, not you, for that. NTA. But his ex-wife and kids are causing havoc over this and really upset with me. They are calling me off for giving away money they deserve. If they deserved it, he would have stated that in his will. She was a single mom, taking classes at community college at night, working during day and raising her 2 kids. All this and still, she has stayed nights at the hospital when I needed a break. Who looked after this single mother's kids while she was keeping a complete stranger company? I think you and your husband didn't do a great job of integrating families. And then blamed his kids for not accepting you. It sounds like they probably parroted what they heard elsewhere. And he and you did nothing to make that better. His relationship with them sounds very transactional. He refused to pay for college because he was angry. They pulled back. I'm not saying he should have ignored it, but your description of his kids as money grubbing while not seeing your own daughter that way, despite her argument that she should have gotten his money, gives a negative picture of your attitude towards them. So while you're NTA for giving money to the young woman who supported you both, I do think your husband are to blame for this family dynamic in the first place. Stepkids. NTA. Seems like that waitress was more family by choice than those awful stepkids were by blood. Sounds like they were the true gold diggers. Info: did he leave anything non-monetary for your daughter? Are you supporting her in other ways? You mentioned living well below your means. How comfortable is she? Sorry for your loss. There's no way I can go NTA here. Mainly because Reddit has taught me that there's way more going on here than what you've said. There is a reason those kids never bonded with you. Nah, since it sounds made up AF. Single mom with 2 kids who chooses to sit in a hospital overnight with a random customer instead of be with her kids? Only child-free people would buy this. Hope your script gets produced. I feel like there's more to this story. You are just painting them as flat-out rotten. Yeah, I'm not buying it. NTA. An inheritance is only ever a gift. It's not to be expected. And it is not deserved. Had your husband died deeply in debt, would his kids have come forward to help pay it? No. Regardless of what they or anyone else thinks, you did a beautiful thing for someone who truly was more needful and deserving. As for your daughter, perhaps she didn't need it. And yes, she will one day inherit from you, but right now you just showered one child with love, generosity, goodwill, kindness and money, and left your actual child standing out in the cold, feeling left out, disregarded and replaced. It hurts when your own mother essentially favors someone else more. The logic of why does not overcome the feelings of abandonment. YTA. But your husband was more of an asshole. I can't fathom all of these NTAs. Do you have children of your own? I can't wrap my head around how parents willingly cause the breakdown of the relationship with their children and just carry on with their lives. Men and women remarry, and I swear their previous children become baggage in their eyes. Your husband choose not to help them with college. He choose to punish them. You both choose to lie to them. Did you assist them with getting used to this new family structure? Apparently you guys have money. Did you try therapy? I don't know why it's such a shock to people that children and young adults struggle with new changes in their parents' lives. At the end of the day, we choose to have children. Our children did not have any say in that decision. So no, I am not saying to put your entire life on hold forever, but the idea that you don't consider your children at all in your life planning is asinine. If you're a gold digger, you're doing it wrong. Not sure if that's supposed to be $25,000 or $250,000, but it's not like either is rich person territory. The only bit that sticks out a bit is your husband not helping with their college tuition as some kind of punishment. So maybe there is more to the estrangement that you aren't telling us. Info: was there a will? If so, what did it say? If not, what are the inheritance laws in your state? If there was a will, you have to do what it says even if you think the kids don't deserve it. If there wasn't, then the estate has to be split according to the laws of your state. In some states, children are entitled to a share, and if that's the case in your location, then giving away their share isn't within your discretion. Yeah, I vote YTA. Reasons: they were teenagers, couldn't accept you, thought you were gold digger. Probably words they heard from their mom. However, you couldn't be bothered to explain. No mention of therapy or counseling either. Dad, despite being able to pay for college, which is an important milestone in someone's life, chose not to. Basically doing a tit for tat on his kids. Not sure why the teens' kids were expected to be the bigger persons when all of the three parents they had chose to go low. Now Dad died, and as an ultimate foo to the kids for being unlucky enough to see their parents divorce and their family broken at young age and acting out 'cause of it, you chose to give a random stranger who was nice to you. Low bar, I would say. Seems like no one in this scenario thinks family is important. Seriously hope when you have dementia the waitress will think the $25K was enough for her to visit you in your care home. YTA, because you were fine appearing as gold digger to the kids even though you had your own money. Why didn't you tell them? You let that resentment grow. He left it to you. What you do with it is no one's business but yours and the recipient. Honor your husband's wishes. If he wanted his kids to have it, it would have been in his will. NTA, you were the beneficiary of the will and you can do what you want with the money. I'm sorry for your loss. You sound like a lovely person. You say you treated the steps, his kids, the same as yours. Then go on to delineate that you enjoyed withholding from them money you lavished on your child. I don't know that you aren't the off from your account. I think it's possible you alienated them and they went away because of you. Likely though, unless he wrote a will that left something to them. What you did is fine in the legal sense. Nah. NTA. It is Op's money, so she can do with it how she likes, but the will sounds like it is being contested. $25,000 doesn't sound a lot to leave if the husband was wealthy. YTA. I feel there is something missing from this story. Like, how did the Op and the husband get together? The behavior of the husband's children sounds like how children would reject a mistress and a father who cheated on their mother. I know this from rejecting my dad's mistress when he left my mom for her.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Aircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.